Hello, my name's Alexa Dalton. This is my submission for the gender dysphoria assignment. So I have my responses written here. I have the rubric in front of me so that I don't miss anything, so excuse me if I'm looking around. What are 3 new things you learned from the module on gender dysphoria? So I learned that I learned about gender identity disorder. So I myself am a member of the LGBT community, and I knew that, I mean, obviously this is outdated in a scientific sense, but homosexuality, I knew that being gay was considered a disorder in the DSM-4. I did not know that there was a gender equivalent, if you will. I was not aware about gender identity disorder. Another new thing that I learned about gender dysphoria being a way to appease insurance. So yeah, this was curious to me that as someone who is personally very critical of the United States' commodified healthcare approach with privatized insurance, it makes sense to me, and in a way I'm glad that trans and non-binary people have been able to live their lives more peacefully due to this kind of loophole in our backward system that exists, and that they're able to exist within the system that is. I did not realize that gender dysphoria gender dysphoria as a diagnosis partially exists as a way to still allow treatment for trans and non-binary people. So I'm not glad that it exists, but I'm glad that trans and non-binary people have a way to live to their truest self in the United States. Something else I learned, legal details regarding treating gender dysphoria. So as I mentioned, as someone a part of the LGBT community, and as an aspiring mental health clinician, should I treat clients who are experiencing gender dysphoria, it is obviously important for me to be knowledgeable about the legal expectations for practice. So that's helpful, so that like I said, should I treat clients who are suffering with gender dysphoria, I'm able to continue practicing. 2 or more things I already knew about gender dysphoria. So as a member of the LGBT community, I have quite a lot of friends who are trans or non-binary, and so I feel very lucky to already be somewhat aware about a lot of issues surrounding gender dysphoria. So one thing I already knew, I knew it's a lifelong experience and a chronic condition, that even as, closely as someone may live their life in accordance with who they feel that they are, the way in which the gender binary is so deeply ingrained into our culture and other cultures, it makes sense that it's a lifelong experience and a chronic condition, that those feelings of anxiety or distress can still come up at any time. Another thing that I knew already about gender dysphoria, the multitude of life implications, all the different ways that someone's life can be impacted by either coming out or just existing as they feel to be true to themselves, that impacts family relationships, professional relationships, academic relationships, significant others, that there is just really an infinite possibility of ways that someone's life is impacted. What is one thing I would like to know more about, or I'm still confused about with regard to gender dysphoria? So not necessarily confused, but something that I'm curious about is other countries' approach to treating what we in the United States call gender dysphoria. That if gender dysphoria exists simply in the context of the American Psychiatric Association's DSM, if that tool is only used in the United States, what do other countries even call what we call gender dysphoria? Is it even severe enough to attribute stress, or such a significant amount of stress that it leads to disorder? I'm aware that different cultures have different approaches. So I'm curious what treatment and even the naming of gender dysphoria looks like in other countries. So yes, thank you.